Learn about the Navigator app codename property and understand why it universally returns the string Mozilla in modern browsers. In this example, we want to look at how to use the Navigator.app codename. Right alongside the Navigator app name, the Navigator app codename property is another relic from the 90s internet. That is, it's another property that is deprecated, that is removed. And this property was introduced when there was browser wars back in the 1990s. So if you try to use this property with modern browsers, it definitely can be misleading. And that is why it has become a legacy property and it has been removed. But to just demonstrate how they use it back then, that is the purpose of why we want to show it in this lesson. So I will just make a changes here. The app name property. Instead, now this one should turn to the app code properties removed, deprecated in the latest web standard. So let's move on and let me just put what this will show in most browsers in case I'm not able to test on various browsers, but on this one, so for most browsers like Chrome, Safari, etc. So it is this will always return just one thing on all of these modern browser. So it will always return Mozilla as the app code name. So because I may not be able to test on different browser, that's why I just feel like I should add this part to it. Browsers. So if you test this property on modern or most web browsers like the Chrome, the Edge, Safari, and so on, even the one I'm on right now, which is Firefox, it's always going to return Mozilla as your app code name. So let's move into the script tag and see how this actually works. So call on this method get elements by ID, then add my ID dot inner HTML and navigator dot app code name is navigator dot app code name. And guess what? This definitely is going to return Mozilla, as you can see. Even though this is Firefox, you can see that this is just showing Mozilla. So in order to return the text, let me just quickly fix this problem. So let me add another p tag. And then I've got this p ID demo one. Now let's add a break for space. So you can see navigator.app code name is Mozilla. So if you try the same property on Chrome, Edge, Safari, or any other modern browser, it is going to give you Mozilla, even though you are not on Mozilla. So this was one of the issues back in the early browsers development were in the 1990s. So this is a legacy property and it is no longer in use. So what this did is that it just fetches the browser legacy code name. So no matter if you run this on Chrome, Edge, Safari, or Firefox, it will display Mozilla inside the paragraph. So this part of our code, navigator.app code name, queries the browser for its internal code name string. For modern web standard compatibility, this is universally encoded to Mozilla, which means that it does not matter which of the browser where you are running it, it is always going to return Mozilla back to you. And our document.get element by ID section target this empty paragraph that we have here of that has an ID of demo one and insert our introductory text. That is this part, navigator.app is, along with the legacy string that is fetched by this property. So once it gets there, it's handed it over to this, and then it gets printed on the screen.